Today first what we will cover, statement based question. Okay. Previous handout some question rule of counting principle we will see later. I will take, don't worry. So students, I tell you how to handle this statement based question. So now here what we have to do for statement based question, sometime in statement based question calculation is not required, but still, Hanji online students, still student they face problem because one thing is this is mathematics. Second thing is we have to apply mind in statement based question. It is a mixture of mathematics and GS flavor. Okay. So what you have to do, I tell you one table. We will follow the table. And first requirement, conceptual clarity. Without that, we cannot solve statement based question. Step number 1. Read question. First, we will read question what has been asked in a statement based question. More or less the style is they ask 2 statement question. But in future they will go for 3 statement. I will discuss some of the question where I tell you the next level of statement based questions also. In the same handout we have 2-3 question that we will discuss later. But at present they give 2 statements, statement 1 and statement 2. Okay. And there are 5 possibilities. I tell you the 5 possibilities for the answer options. But since our CSAT exam is for the 4 answer option pattern, out of the 5 possibilities, they give 4 possibilities in the answer options. Now here, I think all of you have seen that movie, Sole movie. नहीं देखी तो आपने जीवन में बहुत कुछ मिस कर दिया. 50 साल होने वाले हैं इस मूवी का या हो चुके हैं. That is one of the wonderful movie. So question is like Gabbar. ठीक है जी. Statement 1 is like Viru. Statement 2 is like J. If any one of you have not seen that movie, then I will say Gabbar like villain in that movie. And these are the 2 heroes, Viru and J. First, you have to understand about Gabbar. कि हमें उसको हराना है, कैसे हरा सकते हैं, मतलब क्वेश्चन. पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ना है. After that, there are 5 possibilities. Depend. Out of 5 possibility, examiner will use any of the 4 possibilities in the answer option. In the first possibilities, we will use statement 1 alone. Means Viru alone will try to defeat Gabbar. So here Viru, yes. Okay, Viru alone. But whereas J, no. Only Viru. Possibilities will be only statement 1 is sufficient to answer the question. Only statement 1. Means only Viru. Only statement 1 can handle that Gabbar. here if Viru is able to handle that question or Gabbar, you have to give chance to Jay also, नहीं तो वो बुरा मान जाएगा. So here second, still like you will say Gabbar तो हार ही गया Viru से अकेले से, but still you have to give a chance to second statement. We will check the same question with statement 2 alone. So you might find a possibility Jay alone able to defeat Gabbar, but whereas Viru alone is not. Jay अकेला तो हरा सकता है, but Viru नहीं हरा सकता. Either Gabbar alone, ठीक है, पहला पार्ट कि Gabbar alone, but Jay alone no. Second is Jay alone yes, means statement 2 alone is able to handle this question yes, but whereas statement 1 alone no. Second के लिए yes, first के लिए no. I will say statement 1 alone yes, statement 2 alone no. Then your answer is this. If statement 2 alone yes, whereas statement 1 alone no, then your answer will be this. But sometimes what happens, statement 1 alone is also sufficient and statement 2 alone is also sufficient. Like Viru alone is also sufficient to defeat Gabbar and Jay alone is sufficient to defeat the Gabbar. So here we have the third possibility. Either statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone is sufficient. Either Viru alone or Jay alone. You will find for sure there will be a possibility either statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone is sufficient. Then fourth possibility come, you find Viru alone is not sufficient, Jay alone is not sufficient. हमने Viru भेजा, हार के आ गया, Jay अकेला भेजा, हार के आ गया. Then ठाकुर साहब will try one thing, कि दोनों को एक साथ भेजेंगे, which is called Viru plus Jay. Statement 1 plus statement 2 together. So here fourth possibility is Viru plus Jay, means statement 1 plus statement 2 together. So if together they are able to defeat, then this possibility. Together they are able to handle the question, this possibility. Then there is one more possibility. We sent both statement together, Viru and Jay both together, but still they are not able to defeat the question. Still both statement together are not able to handle the question. Then fifth answer option is when Viru and Jay together not able to defeat the question or not able to defeat the Gabbar. पांच ही possibilities बनेंगी. Viru alone is sufficient, but whereas Jay alone is not sufficient. Jay alone is sufficient, whereas Viru alone is not sufficient. Viru alone is also sufficient, Jay alone is also sufficient. Then fourth possibility is both alone are not sufficient, but both together are sufficient. अकेले अकेले नहीं कर पा रहे, but मिलके कर पा रहे. But एक और possibility है मिलके भी नहीं कर पा रहे. Viru and Jay together are also not sufficient to handle the question. This is one concept. Second concept, concept number 2 for statement based question is, which we have already discussed in number ranking in previous year. There was a question. See, you find here third and fourth. Some students they get confused between third and fourth. You find Viru alone is sufficient, even the Jay alone is also sufficient. And some students they mark both. I think in my one of the class I have given an idea, like there are two representative in your family, you and your father, and there is a marriage at your relative place. Depend on the relation. In some of the marriage, you alone is sufficient to represent your family. In some of the marriage, your father alone is sufficient. There is a family, either you go or your father go, they are happy. Will there a compulsion that both together has to go? No. If both of you will go, mother will say, why to put so much money? एक ही जाओ. अगर एक अकेले से काम चल रहा है, there is no compulsion that you have to use both statement together, then we prefer answer 3, means statement 1 alone is sufficient, even the statement 2 alone is sufficient. But if there is a compulsion कि हमें वीरू और जय दोनों को भेजना होगा, you and your father both have to be that marriage, आपके बुआ के घर में कोई शादी है तो both have to be there, तो देयर इज ए कंपल्शन, नहीं तो बुआ नाराज हो जाएगी, ठीक है, फूफा तो वैसे ही नाराज रहता है, कोई एक तो संभला रहे वहां। तो both have to be there if there is a compulsion कि statement 1 and statement 2 together are required, otherwise we will not able to solve the question, then only we will choose this possibility कि दोनों चाहिए ही चाहिए। Next, one more thing, one more concept in statement based question, concept number 3। क्वेश्चन में पूछेगा इज एक्स प्राइम नंबर, ठीक है, पूछ रहा है इज एक्स प्राइम नंबर। इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी आंसर ऑलवेज हैज टू बी यस। इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन इन क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन के अंदर क्वेश्चन है क्या एक्स प्राइम नंबर है, देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन इन क्वेश्चन, ठीक है, but it is not always required that answer has to be always positive। See here, simple thing for this type of question is, I have given you example, have you done your breakfast? If I'm asking this, have you done your breakfast? If you say yes, I'm happy. If you say no, I'm happy. But if you say if there was poha, I have done yes, otherwise not। My point is, don't confuse me, just give me a clear cut idea ki have you done your breakfast? Yes, then also I'm happy, I got my answer। if you say no, then also I get my answer, ठीक है। like here for example, is x prime number, statement number 1, x is 2-digit number and at unit place of x there is 0। x is a 2-digit number, at unit place of x there is a 0, means x can be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90। whether all these number, like any of these number is a prime number? No, confirm x is composite। so we can conclude statement 1 alone is sufficient to give answer, although the answer is negative, negative is also answer, positive is also answer, negative is also answer, but confusion we don't need। अब ये मत कहना कि confusion है। like if I give you one more statement, statement number 2, statement number 2 is x is 2-digit odd number, x is 2-digit odd number। here x can be 11, x can be 13, x can be 15। then you will say if 11 yes, if 15 no। don't confuse me, you have to give me a confirm answer, yes, no, sometime yes, sometime no, no, या तो yes हो या no। so here we will say statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question, although it is on negative side। just think if there will be a question in question, statement based question में question पूछता है is x odd number, is x integer, is x prime number, this type of question will is x perfect square number। so if there is a question in question, you think for this example, have you done your breakfast? yes, no, okay। if there is a confusion, statement is not sufficient। if your statement say no, then also that statement is sufficient। भाई वो स्टेटमेंट आपको क्लियर बता तो रही है कि आपने ब्रेकफास्ट नहीं किया, और यू हैव डन ब्रेकफास्ट, बट देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन। इफ देयर इज अ कंफ्यूजन, देन दिस स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट सफिशिएंट। सी देयर आर 100 स्टूडेंट्स, like I have to ask how many students they have done breakfast or how many of them not। 60 students they have given me a clear answer, ठीक है, yes or no। 40 students they confuse me, okay। so here either yes or no, we need a confirmation, at least I can have a chart, हाँ यार इतने लोगों ने ब्रेकफास्ट कर लिया, इतनों ने नहीं किया। but if you confuse me, what I will order to cook, कुक कहेगा कि मैं क्या, हाँ थोड़ा बहुत क्या, थोड़ा बहुत की क्या डेफिनेशन है, कुक बोलेगा भाई तूने खाना है कि नहीं खाना, हाँ मैं एक बाइट ले लूंगा, पूरा भटूरा खा जाता है, वो नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है। अब मैंने नहीं खाना, तू मंगा ले, उसमें से टेस्ट कर लूंगा, भाई साहब ऐसे दोस्तों से बच के रहना। तू मंगा ले यार, मैं थोड़ी सी पीऊंगा। वो थोड़ी सी क्या है ना। So here there are 5 possibilities. Statement 1 alone is sufficient, whereas statement 2 alone is not sufficient. Statement 2 alone is sufficient, whereas statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Either of statement 1 or statement 2 alone sufficient. Both together are required. Viru and Jay both दोनों लगेंगे मतलब. And both together are not sufficient. दोनों गए तो भी हार के आ गए. Both statement together still not able to solve the question. Okay. You have to apply your mind, you have to think about question. Calculation will not be there. Statement based question में एक फायदा है कि calculations formula का minimum use होता है, maximum use होगा आपके mind का. And I hope you will carry your mind on the exam day with you. Now here you have handout with you. I start with some of the previous year questions. See here we have shared question on number system and statement based question 50-50. It took me 15 days. I will try. यहाँ पे एक डिमांड आ रही है परमुटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन क्वेश्चन भी पेश किए जाए. यहाँ पानी गिर गया थोड़ा सा, उसको बोलिए साफ करेगा. ठीक है, आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट. बट व्हाट हैपन लाइक समटाइम्स वी विल से लाइक स्टूडेंट को मैं बोला मैपिंग क्लासेस यूट्यूब पे ले रहा हूँ, फोन आता है नेशनल पार्क की क्लास नहीं डली अब तक, कब डलेगी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Consider the question and two statements given below in respect to 3 cities P, Q, R in a state. And I tell you, examiner ना एक favorite pattern पे खेल रहा है, because they know the student, they think only this. Examiner एक level ऊपर, and more or less you will find similar pattern in different questions. Number ranking में वो question किया था हमने, सलमान खान, शाहरुख खान. Even this P, Q, R. Because they know there are the certain students, they are not able to think about the flipping the position. ये देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 को ध्यान से देखो. How far is CTP from CTQ? क्वेश्चन कह रहा है CTP और CTQ के बीच में कितने डिस्टेंस है. How far? Statement 1 alone says Q and R are 18 kilometer away. This is Q, this is R. There is a distance of 18 kilometer. And even I will say iconic test 12, where we have a mixed question of number system and permutation combination, you will feel like UPSC level. And even those 100 questions last minute booklet we have shared as a PDF, you have to solve that, must have. Iconic test 12 भी try कर सकते हैं online students. चलो, I come to the question. CTQ is 18 kilometer from CTR. Where is P? We don't know. P यहाँ भी हो सकता है, यहाँ भी, यहाँ भी. Can we find what is the distance between P and Q by using statement 1 alone? No. So statement 1 alone is not sufficient. When you use statement 2, आप statement 1 को हटाओ. Because sometimes there is a reflection of statement 1 in your mind. गलती से statement 1 वाला कुछ हिस्सा use कर जाते हो आप. You have to use statement 2 only. No use of statement 1 at all. Statement 1, forget about that. Only statement 2. CTP is 43 kilometer from CTR. CTP is 43 kilometer from CTR, but P can be here, P can be there. Where is Q? We don't know. Statement number 2, individually, we will not tell you where is Q. We will tell you only P and R. But question ask about P and Q. So even statement 2 alone is not sufficient. I told you first we try statement 1 alone, then we try statement 2 alone. अगर बात नहीं बनेगी, then we have to try both together. We will try both statement together. Statement 1 says Q and R are 18 kilometer away, whereas P and R are 43 kilometer away. Many students, they have marked answer C. Both statement 1 and 2 are sufficient. See what they have done. They have taken Q and R and they have taken P here, and they have taken P is 43 kilometer. They thought, yes, we can find what is the distance between P and Q. But P can be here, P can be here. We have two different answers between P and Q. Either it is 43 plus 18 or 43 minus 18. Depend on the position of P. Because nowhere in this question it is mentioned P has to be on right side, P has to be on left side. So it is a concept of direction sense plus that Salman Khan Shahrukh Khan concept. इसमें Salman Shahrukh Khan वाला concept use है. Can we change the position of P other side? Yes. If you can change, we get two different answer. If we can get two different answer, it means both statement together are not sufficient. So here answer is D. Both statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. Clear? Any doubt? Next, question number 2. Consider the question and 2 statement given below. Is Z brother of X? Is Z brother of X? Yes, no. अगर Z कंफर्म हो जाए कि सिस्टर भी है, then also I'm happy. वो पूछ रहा है Z X का भाई है, yes या no, but confusion नहीं चाहिए. Statement number 1, X is brother of Y. Y is brother of Z. And I told you in blood relation, wherever gender is not confirmed, try to put a circle so that you have an idea. Here Y is brother of Z. And I told you in blood relation class, ability of your mind to process half information is going to create problem for you. Y is brother of Z. ब्रदर वर्ड जेड के लिए ना, वाई के लिए. वाई इज ब्रदर ऑफ जेड. जेड का जेंडर नहीं पता. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं इज जेड ब्रदर ऑफ एक्स. भैया भी हो सकता है, बहना भी हो सकती है. ठीक है. वी डोंट नो द जेंडर ऑफ जेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ स्टेटमेंट 1. तो स्टेटमेंट 1 alone is not sufficient. Then statement 2 says x y z are sibling. इसमें तो किसी का भी जेंडर नहीं पता चल रहा. X, Y, Z are siblings. पहले में कम से कम X और Y का तो जेंडर पता चल रहा था, यहां तो उसका भी नहीं पता चल रहा. Even though statement 1 is better than statement 2, we have better confirmation. But here, if you use both together, then also you cannot confirm gender of Z. We don't know whether Z is brother or Z is sister. By using even both the statement also. दोनों स्टेटमेंट यूज करने के बाद भी जेड का जेंडर नहीं